for the first time, I met someone who actually knew Matthew Shepard. Trish Steger, owner of a shop in town, referred to him as Matt.
Matt used to come into my shop. That's how I knew him.
It was the first time I ever heard him referred to as Matt instead of Matthew. What was he like?
I don't know, you know. How does any one person ever tell about another?
Matt was a blunt little shit. You know what I'm saying? And he's a little guy, 5'2", soaking wet, I bet you 97 pounds tops. I mean, they were saying he weighed 110 pounds. I don't believe it. I say, are you Matthew Shepard? And he says, yeah, I'm Matthew Shepard, but I don't want you to call me Matthew or Mr. Shepard. Don't call me none of that. My name is Matt. And I want you to know that I am gay, and we're gonna be going to a gay bar. Do you have a problem with that? I said, no. How you paying? Okay, because the fact of the matter is, Laramie doesn't have any gay bars. Well, for that matter, neither does Wyoming. You see, he was hiring me to take him down to Fort Collins, Colorado, which is about an hour away.
He was struggling when he first came here, reaching out, trying to fit in.
I'm sorry I'm late.
Hi, my sister Romaine. She was a close friend of Matthew's.
Matthew really wanted to get into political affairs. That was all his big interest was. Watching CNN and MSNBC. Those are the only TV stations I ever saw his TV tune into.
So why did he move to Laramie?
He told me he was thinking about going back to school. So I told him, go to the University of Wyoming. Go to Laramie. You can really find a home there.
I was Matthew's academic advisor, so I knew him in a very specific context. But I can tell you that Matthew was very shy when he first came in, to the point of being somewhat mousy, I'd almost say. But soon, his shyness began to give way to this person that was excited about this track that he was going to embark on.
Whenever I think of Matthew, I think of his incredible beaming smile. He'd walk into a room and just be like, and he'd smile at everyone. And he made you feel great.
He was just starting to say, there are opportunities here. There are things I can do in this world. I can be important.
I heard from Matt about 48 hours before the attack. And he told me he just joined the gay and lesbian group on campus. And he was really enjoying it, getting ready for Pride Week and whatnot. He was totally stoked about school. He was really happy being there.
I can only say this in retrospect, of course. I think that's where he was headed, towards human rights.
Let me tell you something here. There's more gay people in Wyoming than meets the eye.
You think?
I know for a fact. I mean, they're not particularly, what do you call the queens, the gay people, queens? You know, they run around faggot type people. I mean, they're more like, you know, the ones who'll throw a bale of hay, jump on a horse, brand them, and kick ass. You know what I'm saying? And as I always say, you don't fuck with a Wyoming queer, because they'll fucking kick you in your ass. But that's not the point of what I'm saying.
What is the point?
People of Wyoming do not give a damn one way or the other if you're gay, if you're straight, if you're bisexual, trisexual, it doesn't matter.
Really?
That's what I just said, it doesn't matter.
I was the first out lesbian or gay faculty member, and that's in 1992, so that's not that long ago. They asked me at the interview what my husband did, so, you know, I came out then.
When I first moved out here, I knew it was going to be hard as a gay man. And there would be times, I would go down to Denver, and I would go to the gay bars there, and people would ask me where I was from, and I would say, Laramie, Wyoming. And I met so many men down there from Wyoming. So many gay men who grew up here, and they were like, this is not a place where I can live. How can you live there? I had to get out. But every once in a while, there'd be a guy, oh gosh, I miss Laramie. I mean, I really love it there. That's where I want to live. And they get this starry-eyed look, and I think, if that is where you want to live, do it.
So I get into my office one day, and I have a message to call this woman back. So I call her back, and she goes, I hear you are a lesbian. I hear you are one. And I'm like, uh-huh, you know? She goes, I'm one too. She wanted to come over and meet me immediately. She also warned me about the fact that there's other lesbians in this town who would not be seen with me. That just to be seen with me would taint them irreparably. That just to be seen with me would be a big problem.
I love this land. I mean, I really love this land.
Okay, I'm gonna make this brief. Quick. Just get it over with, but it will be everything. Factual. Just the facts. 10 o'clock. I punch in my regular time for Tuesdays. And 10:30, we're having karaoke night that night, so there's maybe 20 or 30 people milling around in here. That's when Matthew Shepard comes in, alone. He comes in and, he actually sits right where you're sitting right now. Orders himself a Heineken. So what can I tell you about Matt? Well, manners, politeness, intelligence, taking care of me, as in tips. Everything. He just offers conversation. He comes in, he's always dressed real nice, clean cut. Didn't seem to have any worries. It wasn't like he was waiting on anybody. He just wanted to enjoy his drink and the company around. And I guess it was maybe only 11:30, 11:45. That's when Russell Henderson and Aaron McKinney came in. They come in, they approach the bar, they sit right here, they order a pitcher, and as you know, they pay for the thing entirely in dimes and quarters, which, let me tell you, is something you just don't forget. I mean, you don't forget something like that. $5.50 in dimes and quarters is a freaking nightmare for a bartender.
Money meant nothing to Matthew, because he grew up with a lot of it. And he'd have handed over his wallet in a second because money meant nothing to him. I mean, his shoes might have meant something, but they can say it was robbery all they want to. But I don't buy it. Not even for an iota of a second.
Look, when they came in, Henderson and McKinney, you know, to me, they didn't seem to be, they weren't intoxicated at all. They came right in, they ordered a pitcher of beer, take it back there into the pool area, and they pretty much just kept to themselves. It was probably going on for about a half an hour, and then I noticed that Russell and Aaron had been talking with Matthew Shepard.
Some people are saying he made a pass at them. Well, hell, you don't pick up regular people.
Aaron and I have been together for 2 years. And Aaron said that a guy walked up to him and said he was gay and wanted to get with him and Russ. And Aaron's really bad about that. He doesn't like to be around gay people at all, and neither does Russ. They just don't like them at all. And so he got aggravated with it and said that he was straight and he didn't want to have anything to do with it, and he walked off. And he said that's when him and Russ went into the bathroom and decided to pretend that they were gay and get him in the truck and rob him. They wanted to teach him a lesson not to come on to straight people.
I'm not excusing their actions, but it seems to be partially his fault and partially the guys who did it. So, you know, maybe it's 50-50.
They stated that Matt came onto them, that he approached them. I absolutely, positively disbelieve and refute that statement 100%. I'll give you 2 reasons why. One, character reference. Why would he approach them? Why them? I mean, he wasn't approaching anyone else in the bar, okay? So, I mean, they say he's gay, right? That he was a flaming gay, so he's just gonna come on to people like that. Bullshit, he never came on to me. I mean, hello, come on. He's gonna approach these 2 guys? Please. And 2, territorialism. Matt was sitting there. Aaron and Russell were back there. Upon their first interaction, they were in Matt's area. The area that he had been seen sitting all night long. So who approached who by that?
He'd never not talk to someone for any reason. If someone started talking to him, he'd just be like, oh, blah, 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 blah. He had no problem just striking up a conversation with anybody.
So this is what I'm going to be testifying to because, you know, basically I'm like the key eyewitness in the case. Basically, I'm going to be testifying that I saw Matthew leave. I saw 2 individuals leave with Matthew Shepard, and I didn't see their faces, but I did see the back of their heads, and at the same time, McKinney and Henderson are no longer around. So you do the math.